Welcome to 3 Questions in 3 Minutes. I'm Ellen Pranellis, VP of HR Communications for Comcast. With me is Yvette Smetana, SVP of HR Technology and Service Solutions.
Hi, Ellen.
Now, there's a lot packed in that title. So maybe you could explain kind of what the breadth of your team and what you do.
Sure. So I run our HR technology team, which comprises all of the HR systems and technology employees use by virtue of being an employee here at Comcast. Things like SAP, self-service, manager self-service, those items. I also run our HR Shared Services Group, which a lot of folks know or refer to as the ESC, the Employee Service Center. I also have HR project management, change management, design thinking, and then a small group that focuses on HR mergers and acquisitions and international HR support.
So maybe your title should just be Yvette Smetana also, right, ...
That's the other duties as assigned.
Right, exactly. Now, when we first met several years ago, it was interesting because at the time, we'd actually met because you were mentoring someone who was on my team.
That's right.
Since then, yeah, that's right. Since then, we've had a lot of conversations about career paths, how you and I have gotten to where we've gotten, and it's been quite non-linear for both of us.
Yeah.
So WICT Philly just kicked off their mentorship program. How do you think about mentorship for what your role is, how you participate, what you've done, how others have mentored you, and maybe in the context of your non-linear path?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the best mentor relationships that I've personally had as a mentee or as a mentor have been really informal, right? They've been set up perhaps through formal channels, but the conversation that happens becomes sort of natural and informal along the way. So, things like just being able to have a safe place to talk about a problem that you're encountering at the job, whether it's a personal problem or a professional problem, the ability to connect to others. And I think if there's one thing that has really helped me in the relationships that I've had, it's the connection that my mentor has helped me make with others to create a broader network. And so one of my takeaways, one of my mentors had shared with me, never leave a meeting without connecting with 2 others that you don't know in the room. And so I share that in almost any connection that I have with somebody, as sort of an informal, sort of pay it forward mentality. If I have coffee with someone, when I leave that coffee, I think of 2 people that I think that person would be great to connect with, and I might do a virtual connection for them via email to help them continue to build their networks. And if I have that meeting with somebody, I ask them to connect me with 2 other people as well, so I can continue to build that network. That has helped me find that linear path or that non-linear path, because those connections have sort of identified maybe gaps in the organization or opportunities in the organization that I could step into and to help me kind of continue to grow my career.
That sounds great. So connections, relationships, very important.
Very important.
For sure here, and I'm sure in lots of other places in other corporations. So going back to your title, to your team, there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
Is there a big project you're working on right now that would be interesting to share?
Yeah, I think you can't go very far these days without hearing somebody talk about digital transformation. And so in my realm, looking at HR technology, looking at services and solutions that we support from that perspective, I have a project underway where I'm looking at how do we digitally transform the employee experience and really kind of create a more consumer-like experience for our employees at their day-to-day job, right? So they're used to a consumer-like experience, whether they're using Venmo, the Starbucks app, anything like that. And so they have that in their personal lives, but how do we create that consumer-like experience internally so that we continue to re-engage our own employees and make it a really exciting and simple place to work, as well as engaging and attracting new employees to come so that we have the right talent for our future as well.
So that takes me to really the third question, which if you think about what you've talked about, connections, personal relationships, digitizing, automating, but technology and using technology. As you think about those, where do you see, or what's most exciting for you as you think about this industry and where it's going?
Yeah, so the simple answer is everything, right? If you think about the Internet of Things, it's everywhere, right? All organizations are really thinking through how do we create a digital, simple, exciting experience, engaging experience for our consumers. And if we think about our employees and our colleagues, our teammates in the same way, we're looking to create that here as well. And so I see that across our industry. I'm seeing that across multiple industries. Everybody's thinking about digital engagement, digital ways of working, digital consumer experiences. And the most exciting part about all of that is everybody's starting to put the user in the center of what they're designing, and how we kind of create products to support what the users need and want, and what they're telling us they need and want.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, join us again for another 3 questions in 3 minutes.